itself, I would say.
Well, there's the old antenna system. Any difference?
Do it one more time and then AB, and I'll make sure that my eyes are on the SNR there.
Alright. The only problem is the current comes up a little bit on this antenna, which is why I got off of it. Hello, radio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this antenna is the new one. Brand new 10 gauge wire in the air.
Well, believe it or not, the other antenna had a couple more dB at that time, and I don't know what's going on, fading and this and that, but they were very close, within like 5 dB of each other. But 5 dB. Here the other one was like just over 60 dB SNR, above the noise here. And then you switch to the other one, you were about a little over 50 dB SNR, and it would peak up there near the other one at times.
Yeah, okay. It's not a real AB comparison because the old one's pulling about an amp more for some reason. I gotta figure all that out. Anyways, hang on. You know what? I can do this crap some other time. Preferably during the day. When nobody is, when nobody's on the air and wanting to use the frequency, right, Billy? So what's happening? You, removing people's shorts still?
Yeah. A lot. That's like all I've been doing. Haven't had much time to do anything else. So radio time's been pretty limited. I've been getting on about once a week, maybe on the weekends, something like that. But yeah, pretty busy right now, undoing people's shorts. There's not too many of them in this place, but this job that I'm on is a challenge for sure. A lot of hours. We're switching back to 410 schedule though next week, so get your 40 hours in by Thursday, and then I should have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off until like overtime and stuff like that starts, which isn't far off. But I'll get a little bit of those long weekends again coming up pretty soon, so that'll be nice. W2BTK on the Johnson Viking 2.
There you go. Then the new antenna has less noise too. You come in better on the new antenna than you do on the old antenna, so I guess everything's a plus. Now we just gotta dial everything in. I mean, it's working, it's acceptable. Yeah, I'd almost prefer 410s anyways. I mean, 8 hours you're shot anyhow by the time you drive to work and get up and get dressed and get showered, and then by the time you get home and eat dinner and get showered and get to bed, you done shot the hell out of the day anyways and don't have much time to do anything, so might as well pull 410s, and makes for a 12, 14 hour day, but hey, you get a 3-day break, right?
That's it. That's what I miss, You wake up, it feels so nice to wake up on Friday and you're like, wow, it's like it's Friday, it's not Saturday. Like I have 2 whole days beyond this point, including like, today, to do whatever I want. You can think like that. Get in the other schedule and you don't even think about doing anything, It's like, oh, I gotta go home and go to bed.
Yeah, we were starting at 8 and ending at 6, which meant leaving the house 7:30, and off not getting home until 7:30. And that was 5 days a week. And then we pulled another 8 on Saturdays, starting at 8, done by 2. And that's if nothing last minute came in, which often did, so you often didn't get out till 3, 4, 5, or 6 o'clock anyhow. And again, leaving at 7:30, not getting home till 2:33 on a Saturday. And if something come in late or ran late, you were there till 4, 5, whatever. So really all you had was Sunday. And Sunday's never really enough of a day to get involved in whatever the hell it is you're doing around the house and get it done. You know, whatever project, get it apart, get it back together, relax and enjoy an afternoon or whatever. It never is. So years ago we went back to a 5-day work week. We cut out Saturdays. Man, that made a big difference. And with this COVID crap going on, we cut back to 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Everybody likes getting off at 5. But we're going to have to start picking it up. I think we're going to start at 8 after the time changes, and then maybe start at 7 after the first of the year. I don't know. I can hear Lisa cringing in the other room.
You cringe at 7. I mean, we're doing 7 is the norm. That's sleeping in. Now we're gonna switch to 6 o'clock start. You know, on a ladder on the job by 6. You know, we gotta go pick up badges and do this and that. So you gotta get there 15 minutes early anyway. So 5:45, we'll say. You know, I'm up at 3:45, 4. We work, and we work through our coffee break, and we basically take that coffee break at lunch, just wolf something down. So really, it's kind of like no break, 10 hours, but we leave an hour early because we skip all our breaks. So we're out 6 to 4:30, and it's not that bad, but you know.
Good evening.
Good evening. Years ago, Billy, when I was playing with that stuff, I didn't care for the 10-hour nights. So, especially when it was 7/10s or whatever, where they'd pull that for a couple weeks. You get so disconnected from the world. You lose touch with reality. Because when everybody else is up, you're going to bed. And when everybody's going to bed, you're up. So, made nice drives into work, though. KB3WFV. Who said good evening?
It was me, Shane, KB8SMU in Ohio.
Hey, Shane. Brian here near Annapolis, Maryland, just south of Annapolis. Billy might be able to tell you a little better, but it sounds to me like the audio level could come back a notch or two. Go ahead, Billy.
Hey, Shane. Yeah, you know, I wasn't even really paying attention. I thought it sounded like it was fading or whatever. I don't know. We'll have to hear it a little bit more. But what's going on, man?
Oh, yeah, it might have been me leaning into the mic here. I got a D104, but it's on a boom. It's not on a stand. And I was moving around, so yeah, looking at the meter and everything, I need to cut her back a little bit. But anyway, just got a day off, so been messing around and listening around the bands, seeing what's going on.
Oh, that's cool. Here, I'm gonna switch antennas. I put up a new antenna. I could cut it over with a knife switch, but it's in the other room. I'll be right back. W2BTK.
I hear you fine here in Maryland, Shane. Good signal. And what I was hearing before, I didn't hear that time around, so. Band conditions, whatever. So what's going on in 8-land?
Not much. Actually 3 days off in a row. That doesn't happen maybe once every 3 months or something, but yeah, I had the mic gain up a little bit too much on this thing, and I was kind of leaning into it here at the bench. But yeah, not much. As I said, I've been tuning around. There's Tim and a couple other guys up on 85, you guys down here, and I'm kind of going back and forth and just kind of listening. Figure I'd be up the mic and say good evening to everybody. Don't get out here a lot, but I actually was up for the Lonely Guys this morning. Haven't done that for probably a year. Don't get very many Saturdays off, maybe once every two or 3 months, so got one off, so I was able to get on that net. Other than that, like I said, just kind of hanging out in the shack.
What kind of work do you do?
Retail. I work at Lowe's, so I got funky schedules, and like I said, working every weekend, getting one off every once in a while. And then they actually a computer generates our schedule, so it's always messed up, but it's been doing some 3-day weekends for us every once in a while, so kind of like that, but I like my days off through the week too.
Retail's, strange. It just business in general. I guess you need to be open when people are going to be out and about, so. When we first moved into Maryland, I don't know, decades ago, the malls, they had blue laws. The malls were not allowed to be open. And even to this day, a lot of your car dealerships cannot be open, or if they're open, they can't write any financial contracts, so they can't have you sign a loan or any documentation that agrees you to sell the car. Some of them are doing some pretty crappy stuff where they say, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, and here's your loan will be this, and sign this paperwork, but the loan won't be official until Monday, and they'll call you up on, go ahead and take the car home, and they call you up on Monday and say, we couldn't get that rate we talked about, it's actually 3 or 4% higher.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah, I've worked at dealerships before.
And I was only in the sales for a small amount of time, but mostly in the shop and the detail shop for a long time, and took care of the lot and did stuff like that. So yeah, I've been there, done that, and I couldn't handle that stuff. I guess too honest for that business. But yeah, retail, I understand it and the hours and all that. I don't mind it. It's just the way they do things and the rates. You got to get up and do that sort of thing. The stockholders love it, but the employees don't. Put it that way. KB8 SMU.
I cut over to the other antenna. Any difference? W2BTK.
It's at the local Home Depot, and he was telling us that store's fiscal year is up $4 million. So whatever bonus program they have with the employees, he said it was the biggest bonus check he had seen in the 4 or 5 years that he'd been working there. So I guess people are buying lots of paint.
Yeah, it was a lot better. They're going here in Ohio. Yeah, I've been there 10 years, and we used to have what they called, I forget what they even called it, but it basically everybody got a bonus, and depending on your position, be the amount. Well, then they changed that where I'm a sales specialist now in the flooring department. They changed it so sales specialist, it's based off your numbers, which is how it always should have been, but they took that away, long story. But they want to base it off my numbers, but yet, like Thursday, the last day I worked 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm full-time, I get 40 plus hours. If I do it in like 3 days and give me 2 short days, which neither here nor there, but it's like, how am I as a sales specialist, when most sales are between 10 and 5, 10 and 6, for most retail places, and they got me working, because they need just CSAs, customer service associates, to take care of the department and clean and stock. But no, I got to do it. But yet I'm held accountable for numbers that, I have no control over, and that's what my bonus goes off of. But yeah, that's another long story. But yeah, I've been there 10 years, so I've been through it all. They got rid of a lot of positions. All the ones that I had, I got out. So yeah, my best of varsity. I did twice. That happened, and I got out just the nick of time and got a different position, and then they got rid of the one I was in. So far I've been lucky. Like I said, in February to be 10 years.
Oh, that's cool. Go ahead, Billy.
Well, I don't have much to add. I got a lot of years to go, but yeah, switched over to the other antenna, Brian, so it might be working better. W2BTK, just kind of following along.
W2BTK, W9WOO.
N3 TQW taking up the rear.
W9 WOO, there's Gary, and TKW, I heard you too. Good evening.
Well, good evening to you. That's what you want to call it. Drive by or talk by or whatever it is. I don't know what kind of signal I'm giving you. Just turn on the website and look on the screen and see what's going on. But you're sounding wonderful here in Indy. 9WOO.
All right, good stuff, Gary. A little light here, kind of in and out, but I heard most of it. I'm wondering if we got Brian out there and a couple others, if how well those guys are hearing you.
I hear him fine here in Maryland. Hello, I think it was Gary, W900, KB3WFV.
Okay, very good. I've got a 100-watt carrier out there, so not running too much on, nothing too big. Yazoo, FD 101 EE with a single 500Z to give me that 100-watt carrier. So not too much, not too fancy over here. So I'm glad I'm being heard now. This is W9WOO. I'm just listening.
Sounding good here in Ohio from KB8 SMU.
How you doing, SMU W9?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, we talked, must have been a couple months ago, and was watching a video on YouTube and seen you on that too. What's his name? Brain fart. Terry. Up in Michigan, I seen you on one of his videos. But anyway, I'll pass it back to whoever's next there. It's kind of, I know it's probably up for grabs here, but don't want to hog it. This is KB8 SMU.
Who else was it that broke in there?
You got N3
TQW, Tango Quebec Whiskey, Rudy out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Good evening.
Hello, Rudy, from the capital of the pretzel capital of Maryland.
Well, we have potato chips and pretzels up here, as well as some other snack foods as well.
Yeah, what is it? Schneider and Hanover, right? I don't remember who. Well, it's been a long time. Hang on. One of my meters was giving me a fit. Well, I don't have the. I don't remember all the manufacturers up there. I know Schneider's is up there, and Hanover's up there, and isn't Utz up there also?
Yeah, you have Snyder's, which is only about a mile north of me, right off of Route 116. And then you have Utz, potato chips, as well as pretzels. The pretzel factories on Milestown Road, and the main factory for Utz is over there on High Street. Then you got Keystone Snack Foods in York, and you got Bichtel's Pretzels as well in the Hanover area. You got Thomas, Martin's Potato Chips up in Thomasville, which is about maybe 8 miles north of me. But with Snyder's, since Snyder's owns Lance now, they have a research and development lab right across the street from the main plant. And on a day, you know when they're making pretzel, because if the wind is blowing towards my direction, it smells like someone's baking fresh bread, and it just makes you want to just go up in the kitchen and grab a loaf and start chopping down on it, throw it in the microwave, heat it up, and start going to town on it. But let's see what else. And plus they have the outlet stores in the factories themselves. You have Utz. You can get those large cans of Utz potato chips in a tin can for about $10, and that bag will last you for a couple of months. As well as Snyder's has the big stuff too. And then right next door to that you got Hanover Foods, which if you're familiar with the Hanover baked beans, yes, they make them there as well.
Cables from the ceiling or something, because
I would be one fat puppy living up there. I used to love going into downtown Baltimore around the Inner Harbor because of the McCormick's place.
and set that on top of the countertop, disconnect the one that's there, and run the wires up to it, and run the alarm.
And then on a summer day, and just to smell the aroma from the different spices from the plant, wander around the Inner Harbor.
Nasty interference.
And play with the different museum ships and restaurants, the open fish market, the.
This WA1HLR.
Hey, Bob, just an idea. Seems like you got.
So I haven't been up in the Hanover there in quite a while. But the other thing it's known for is dirt car racing. I don't know how much racing they were doing this year.
Clean out my wine glass. I'll be right back.
Maybe next year we'll make it up there for a dirt car race and pick up a 10-pound can of pretzels or something there.
Well, they've been having the sprint cars going on. Not as hot and heavy as they used to, but they usually start up around February, end of February time frame. And Fridays and Saturday nights. You can hear them. Actually, I'm only about maybe 5 miles south from there, up there from, because they have the Lincoln Speedways up there in the Pitchy Hills. And when those cars start going, you can actually hear it all the way down here where I am. I don't know how those folks that own homes around that that dirt strip up there, but there has been so many. I've actually heard stories. There's been a lot of complaints. You know, people have moved in and weren't aware of that, and then they start, you know, complaining to the owners and all this stuff. And it's been going on for years. But yeah, they still have. They still got the sprint cars ripping around the track up there. And so now with this COVID thing, they're still having the races, but they're only allowing so many spectators to be in the stands now. So it's not like it used to be where, you know, I mean, every Friday and Saturday night it would just be packed, literally packed. And there would be a line on 194 as well as 94 heading up the racetrack road, waiting to get, you know, people waiting to get into on the racetrack road to get into the road to park and watch the races. So we got a little bit of that, and a few other things that happen up in this area. So anyway, how you doing, Billy? What was it, last week or the week before? So how's everything going up in your neck of the woods? And Brian, you're giving a good signal up here. You're giving about 30 to 35 over up here in the south central Pennsylvania area. And Bill, when you switched over to the other antenna, you actually were walking tall over Brian when he was talking to Gary out there in Indiana. So over to you, W2BTK, to pick it up. I'm going to run over and grab myself a beverage. This is N3TQW.
All right, cool. Yeah, I like those pretzels. The Snyder's, they got all the flavored, you know, real snacky kind of stuff. I've eaten my fair share. Pretzels are great. Anyway, yeah, I just cleaned out my wine glass, a bottle of wine. I haven't had one in a while, so that's what's going on here. Again, not a whole lot to add. Stuff's cool over here. I haven't had a lot of time to do radio. Been working a lot and the usual. But yeah, this antenna, well, it's made by iMac. You know, have you ever heard of that? Antennas by iMac. So that's what this antenna is. Anyway, glad that you're hearing me well. And yeah, you gotta fire all this stuff up every once in a while, make sure that it all still works and that you can still have fun with it, because that's the reason that it's here. So kind of remind myself every once in a while. Anyway, W2BTK, I gotta find the wine bottle opener now. I'm not sure if we're like passing it around or whatever, but whoever's next, go ahead.
I don't know who was next, but I'll just say that you guys were talking about pretzels and all that. I had to go upstairs and get tortillas and salsa that I bought the other day. Yeah, it's made me hungry. KB8SMU.
I haven't had anything to eat today, and I hear the microwave running in the other room, so maybe something's getting ready to land on a plate in front of me. That hurt. I don't know if you get any of those Hanover Schneider's products or Utz products out your way there in Ohio. You might. They used to have a I don't know, guideline or whatever. They never shipped them anywhere that they couldn't be to within a day, the same day. They wanted them on the shelf as fresh as they could. I'm sure the world economy's probably changed that, or the demand on business has changed that, but that's the way it used to be. You couldn't find Utz potato chips outside of the Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia area, or New Jersey area. Oh well.
Any pretzel's a good pretzel.
I was up at Fort Drum a couple of weeks back, and went into a convenience store just to fill up the tank on the company vehicle. And lo and behold, I saw Utz on the shelf, and it surprised me. And where my office is down in Virginia Beach, they sell it down there. And I've also seen it out there out in West Virginia. And let's see, there's something else I was going to say too. The other thing too about convenience stores, what surprised me, and I didn't know this, I had to go out to Dayton, Ohio, not Dayton, Columbus, Ohio, for training at the Columbus Works when we were Lucent Technologies back then. Now we're Nokia. They actually have a Turkey Hill, a couple Turkey Hills out there, and they're located here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and they're pretty much famous for their ice cream and milk product, as well as Rudders, which is a big thing up here too. So, I mean, we have plenty of different food items in this area. I mean, we wouldn't even go hungry if there was a shortage on food. I mean, all you gotta do is just run out to a convenience store or go to one of the outlet stores and just load up on snack food, canned food, and what have you, and then just squirrel it away in your basement. N3 TQW.
Yeah, it's so funny how all those facilities are known for, you know, Utz potato chips, Snyder's pretzels.
I just had it replaced about a year and a half.
Hanover beans, but yet they manufacture dozens and dozens and dozens of other items. So all you need now is a toilet paper factory somewhere nearby, and you're set.
Yeah, that's true, but although we do have a paper factory, which is only 5 miles to the east of me, it's in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. It used to be called P.H. Glatfelter. I forget who the company who bought them, what the name of the new company is, but they were bought out about 2 years ago. And if it's like in the morning, let's say somewhat, moisture in the air or whatever, I tell you what, it will light your nose up. It actually will wake you up out of a dead sleep if you got the windows open.
Oh, I bet the pulp mills and everything there. Well, it's when you smell it, that means somebody's making money, somebody's working, and it's a good thing. Glad to know that all that manufacturing is still up there. It's Baltimore used to be a big steel town and big automotive town. Chevrolet built all their Astrovans there, and right off the Inner Harbor, and it's still a big shipping port for the Mid-Atlantic. They still bring in Toyota, comes in. Loaded with cars from the Midwest, or Texas, or Canada, or Mexico. So, but the manufacturing, the steel plant, Bethlehem Steel, and the GM plant, Chevy Astrovan plant, that's gone. I don't even think they retrofitted it for anything. I don't even think they've sold it. I think it's just sitting there empty. I'll have to check on that. It's been a while. But the Bethlehem Steel plant just kind of, it's nowhere near what it used to be. Sometimes it gets opened up for some project and runs for a little while, and then other times it just is a dwarf of the size that it used to be.
Yeah, I'm really familiar with that area. I worked in the Baltimore area and D.C. area. Did some work, communications work down at GM plant there off of Browning Highway. And plus did some comm work on the big naval ship down there, the USS Comfort, which was the big medical ship that was docked down there. And it seemed like every time they would pull into harbor there, they always wanted me to go out there to hook up their T1 lines to their ship's communications while they're docked there for a couple of months. And so what I had to do was go up the gangplank and report in, and go to the communications part of the ship, and then grab the cables, toss them over the side, and hope to God they don't go into the water. And my helper would be down on the dock there, and he would catch them, and we would plug them up into the service point there at the dock, and then turn the circuits up for them. So, but you were talking about McCormick. I worked in Hunt Valley as well at the Eastern Region for AT&T at the time, and when they were doing the spices there, and it was just like permeating that whole entire park there, down there in Cockeysville, and you can smell it for miles. But it smelled good. And then once McCormick took over Baltimore Spice Company, and then they started making the Old Bay down there, and the place smelled like you were making crabs. N3 TQW.
Yep, KB3WFV. Yeah, I love that McCormick Spice.
No, I'm listening to Radio Timtron up at 6160.
I am the strapper of the North. Come on, yes. So, Ted, enjoy this broadcast of Radio Timtron worldwide. I'm hearing it too. Driving a big, big truck. Driving a big truck.
No, but you played some surfing tunes, Tim. I was really enjoying it.
Well, that's what... Get on frequency, P-Dub.
Oh, Timmy, I listen to you all the time.
Sheila.
Hollow.
Hello?
One hollow head in here. And that's you.
Hola, Chico.
Yeah, I'm batching it tonight, Joe. Me, the rig, and beer.
There you go. Joey just cooked dinner, and I'm coming down the radio room just to kick back for it. It's good.
Want to hear about my new antenna?
Yeah, is it a magnetic loop?
No, an unmagnetic loop. It's 30 foot across and about 70 feet in the air, courtesy of Ron, KG1T Strong.
Yeah, you doubled, Ted. Would you say it's a loop 20 feet across?
No, it's 60 feet across, 50 or 60. It's hard to tell between two trees, and then the two other parts of the Delta Loop come down to a barbecue grill where I've got the feed line hooked.
So you actually have a full-sized amp.
Full-sized on 6160. Actually, it's about 5900 is where it resonates. But, I'm going to get some tuning elements out there, and I'm going to fix it so it can listen to the Radio Timtron in perfect SWR.
Well, there you go. We can't have standing waves.
I was a riot listening to you do your job, Tim.
Well, it's my other secret life.
Not so secret because you had good music. The music was great. Some of it I didn't get, but a lot of it was good.
Oh, yeah, well, they're all a little different. Well, there's about another 20 minutes left.
Well, I'm kind of curious. What's the update on Marcy? How's she doing?
I don't know. She was, the operation was successful, and that's all I know. And I was told it'll probably be several days before she is able to contact me.
Oh, so her ticker's going to be good as new, and she's going to strip your gears, Tim. You better watch out.
It's WA1IWQ. Alright, I'll get down here, guys. For Italy Diddly.
Hello?
Dub, where you been?
I was out racing today, and, I'm back here, and, just here in the, the Puke and Fight bar here in Brunswick.
So do you still race out of Marblehead?
No, I'm Richie. The boat is actually, my boat's out of the water. It's actually down in Yarmouth, and there's a bunch of 36.7s, the same boat that I have, that race out of the Portland Yacht Club, and I'm hooked up with one of those programs. So, yeah, I got one more. We got one more Saturday next week, but yeah, so I'm racing on another boat. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Case of beer or case of whiskey?
Beer.
Yeah, I want a case of Bermuda.
How come you're out so early?
It's a little complicated. The place, Rich, when I brought it up from Marblehead, the place that I parked it for the month of September, actually in Brunswick, about 3 miles from here, it was great to have the boat that close. They closed down at the end of September, and I just didn't feel like getting the dinghy all together and the motor. I need some TLC on the outboard.
It was funny, a couple weekends ago we pulled a piece of carpet out of work.
Because it's funny, I bought brand new sails this year, and I didn't do shit for sailing on my own boat.
Oh, you're going to lose that outboard. Well, don't lose it, but I have a set of oars, and let me tell you, it's so much easier to just get in and row out there. Plus, it's therapeutic.
Well, Ted, if I had a dory or something that would track, that's fine, but RIBs don't track very well.
They're probably 300 now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Get the outboard going. So, haul ahead. So, H2M left you for this evening on your own devices?
Yeah, she's over at a friend's house, drinking wine and playing cards or something. I don't know what they do. But, yeah, how far from the docks is your boat? Where's your mooring?
From here, where I'm gonna keep it probably, I'll talk to you off the air about the whole mooring issue in Marblehead, but I'll, up here, I would keep it in, Falmouth, which is from here, it's only about 23 minutes to get there by car. So it's just the other side of Freeport.
You want to talk mooring politics? This will bore everybody, but I'm dealing with Newport and Rhode Island. Newport. I have a mooring in Newport that I'm about to walk away from.
Why?
Sold my sailboat.
Oh, well, you better park a dinghy or something on that mooring or you'll lose it.
They're hip to that. This is Newport, Rhode Island, where the wait list is 20 years long. It's a goner unless I buy another sailboat. I hope it's good. You'll inclined to maintain another sailboat.
Mooring? More like boring.
Well, sorry there, Charlie. Should we talk about radios, microphones, or antennas?
What'd y'all buy at Ham Radio Outlet this week?
Yeah, I was going to say, Ted, how'd you ever get a mooring in Newport?
Well, I've been surfing Block Island for almost 50 years, and so I was first to get a mooring in Block Island, which is another 20-year wait now. not day one, but I mean, I got into Newport before the waiting list happened.
Well, can you lease it out? Can you rent it out to somebody just to occupy it?
They're very tight on that. I nice talk with Quartermaster in Newport. Well, not the commission chairman. And they're trying to have the moorings for the local residents at affordable prices. And in order to do this, there's all kind of political whoop-de-friggin-do that makes people like me have a hard time.
Yeah, it's a shame that you lose that. It's like losing one in Martha's Vineyard.
Yep. And Block Island, mine is in Old Harbor. It's one of 8.
W2BTK.
It's WA1I Italy, W Italy, Q Quebec.
SK1ETP. Hey there, Bill. How you doing? I've been listening for a while.
Oh, not too bad.
Steve?
Somebody's doing carriers. Hey, douchebag!
You're not listening.
What?
Maybe an ignorant novice. Come on, you guys. I'm going to be a kinder, gentler user.
Well, there you go. Yeah, hi.
Oh, God. Darwin was right.
Yeah, Joe, you leave for 3 or 4 years, you come back, nothing's changed.
And it's good. There's some touch points you can get back to. Because, God, these days, it's like I need some stability.
Went to my old neighborhood in Manhattan. 45 years later, it has not changed.
God, what are you running? Boy, that is wide.
Like an electronic orchestra trying to warm up.
Yeah, somebody sort of like jerking off electronically.
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
You know, Hollywood, it's just like, just go get away.
Fishing fever, this is the Coon Blaster. Over.
What?
Fishing fever, over. Coon Blaster, come in, please.
Well, I just got 3 of them out of the cut. That's so food.
Come on, buddy, just get it over with, for God's sake. You can go rub it on the TV screen.
There's a douche born every minute.
Well, this little radio that I bought has one of those automatic noise limiters, so I don't hear the guy.
Along with the rest of us.
Yep. Anyways. So, Hallhead, it's sort of like you're on your own, no grandchildren. You must be like feeling like, okay, I'm living large.
Yeah, you know, to be able to sit back and relax, that's nice. I'm enjoying it. I hope she stays out late.
I came home after racing. It's like Joey cooks dinner. It's like life is good.
Well, where's your sweet pea?
No, she's in MA taking care of the grandchildren. She said, "You want to help?" It's like, no.
How old are the grandchildren?
Let's see. Olivia is 3-ish, maybe 3.5, and Teddy's like 9 months.
Oh, God, stay north.
You know what, Richie? It's like, been there, done that. It's like, it's like, okay, Linda, yeah, you know, it's like, I gotta go race sailboats. I can't go down there.
I raced a trailer sailor to Bermuda.
You know, Richie, it's like, at my age, I don't need any more babysitting.
Well, it depends on how old the baby is.
Yeah.
The kids are weak.
Well, your grandkids are all much older, right?
No, I got 5 of them, ranging from 3 years old to 8. The twins are 8 years old.
Yeah, I know the twins are getting up there, but 3. Yeah, so you're still dealing on the low side.
Yeah, but I sit in the LBC and watch Mo take care of them.
It's the way life should be.
I know, like tonight, for example.
Although when they get to be like 6 or...
All right. I'm gonna go to my buddy's house down the road, man. I'm gonna fire up the stream tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna try to get some of the regulars on, like Dave, and see who's out there and stuff. But short stream tonight. Not really feeling it. I mean, you know how it is. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm into it. So I'm gonna go just do something else on Saturday night. So you know, I'm just not very engaged. And I was on 73 talking to Brian. It was a little boring. Up here talking to these guys, not really my thing. But hopefully tomorrow I'll convince some of my pals to get on, and we'll have like a fine business, a little more fun QSO. So anyway, just figured I'd fire up the stream, say hi to you guys, this and that. Anyway, I'm going to head down the road. I'm going to close up my bottle of wine and bring it over to my buddy's house. He's got radios over there, too. Who knows? Like, I might do, like, a IRL stream or something. Who knows? But hi, boo-boo. You going to jump up here? No? All right, fellas. Yeah, sorry, not a very good stream, but it is what it is. Like I said, I might be switching to 410s again on my work schedule, so Thursday streams might open back up because I won't have work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. That's a lot better for me. I do a little bit more with this stuff. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good Saturday night. Peace out.